going on, everybody? Eduardo Cardoso here, and I wanted to do a video for you about fast Marines and machine guns. Actually, going to be sharing a story with you because being an infantryman who joins fast, the security force teams, and being a machine gunner are some of the most common questions that I have received. I don't think there's a lot of information out there on the day-to-day life of either one. So this is an interesting story because they both intersect. A lot of you don't understand how picking your MOS works, and that's fine. I didn't either when I joined the Marine Corps. And being security forces is an infantry and is an interesting route because you do get to pick it prior to enlisting. So, or not prior to enlisting, you get to pick it with your recruiter. So if you didn't already know that, I'm throwing that out there. As far as being a machine gunner, you don't pick that when you enlist. You pick that at SOI, School of Infantry. And you have to be an infantryman. You can't be, obviously you can't be another MOS. These things come up, so I'm answering them. And the story that I was going to share where this intersects is in my unit, we actually had a security force guy who ended up becoming a machine gunner. Reason being, and this is going to be, and there's times where machine gunners will become squad leaders, which means 03, or where machine gunners will become squad leaders. It gets crazy when you get into the fleet, guys. The Marine Corps will put you where they need you. I just want you to understand that as well. So you got to be flexible. In the Marine Corps, they say something. They say semper gumby because you always got to be flexible. So if you've never heard that, you'll definitely hear it when you get in the Marine Corps one day, or if you just ask somebody who was in the Marine Corps, like, hey, have you ever heard the word semper gumby? They'll be like, oh yeah. Basically, it's a twist off, semper fi, semper gumby, because gumby. Come on, get with it. So, that's why you have to know. Long story short, you have to know what MOS you want to be. When you're talking to your recruiter, if you want to be an 11 and be in weapons company, a 31, a 41, mortarman, machine gunner, assaultman, you have to make it clear to your recruiter. You don't want to join the infantry as a security force Marine because that means that by default you're gonna be an 0311. But in rare instances, like I just told you earlier, we had a security force guy who ended up being a machine gunner. There was really no particular reason. There was nothing that he said. It's just kind of the way it worked. From what I knew, from what I was told, he had had extensive training in the fast teams with 240s, which is completely makes sense. Makes 100% sense because when you're in security forces, you're gonna be manning posts a lot and manning trucks a lot. And the number one thing you need to be very proficient at when you're mounted, mobile or on post, is how to use the machine guns, 240s and the heavies, because those are the weapon systems that are gonna be on post. Think about it. When you're mounted, you're gonna be getting hit like big time. They're not gonna be shooting. Well, you're gonna, patrols and posts are gonna get hit by everything. But when you're out there, in a truck, they're gonna hit you with everything. So you're gonna need a machine gun out there. You're always gonna need a machine gun to lay down some heavy suppression. And when you're on a post, you have to think you're trying to keep everybody safe. And if somebody's coming near the post, near the base to invade, if you got a bad guy coming up to your post, that's a bad day, so you're going to need some machine guns. You're going to need some heavy suppression to lay down, just imagine if you start getting overran, you need some heavy machine guns. So it makes sense why that individual became a 31. That is a rare case. So understand what MOS you're getting into, whether it's, being the 11 route, security force route, or, whatever it is, same thing with the recon contracts. Be careful if you don't truly want to be recon because you can get dropped and you'll be an 11 or a cook. With all that being said, if you have any questions on anything that you've seen or anything that I've said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Yut.